On this episode of Taste This, it's all about pesto. Gotta taste this. Hi, I'm Leo Damien and welcome to Taste This. I've spent much of my life in the kitchen with my large Italian family in Italy and New York. I've worked every position in the restaurant business. I want to show you the heirloom techniques and dishes I've learned from the 8 matron cooks in my family. You gotta taste this. All right, so taste this pesto, baby. But you know what? What is pesto? Well, you know what? Pesto just kind of means, pounded out or grounded up or something like that. And you know what you really do to, traditionally you'd have this mortar and pestle. You put some herbs and some garlic and some salt in this mortar and pestle, and you grind it up by hand, and you just have a lot of fun just grinding all this stuff on a mortar and pestle by hand until you make a paste. Well, we're not going to have quite that much fun, so I'm going to use a food processor and have a little less fun. But we're still going to make the pesto, and we're not going to do it, it's not, we traditionally think of basil, pine nuts, garlic, olive oil, cheese, salt. What we're going to do is some really unusual pestos, because there's pestos, old pestos written about ancient times, about they'd have like some leaves of some herbs and just some rock salt and some garlic and just grind it up and throw other interesting things in there and make pestos. They weren't always green either. There was different colors. And today we're making some unusual ones. I've got some basil, some walnut, garlic, Parmesan, and butter and olive oil. We're going to make a pesto out of this. Now, a second pesto, we're doing 3 pestos. Another pesto today we're doing is a spinach and pecan and potato with garlic and Parmesan. Now that is odd, a pesto with potato, but wait a minute, wow. And pecan, it's the American slant to the thing. The third, really interesting stuff, I'm going with a parsley, carrot, and anchovy pesto. Now, that is a marinated anchovy. It's not the little anchovies out of a can that you just open up the can, it's all salty and everything. These are marinated. They're kind of lemony, and they're wonderful. They're fleshy, and with the parsley and the carrot and the Parmesan cheese on some pasta, wow, baby. Let's get going with some pesto. We've got ourselves some beautiful basil in here. Look at this basil. Oh my gosh. Take this basil, and I'm like the stems and all. There's a lot of oils in the stems. And we got ourselves some walnuts. There's no exact, amounts that you have to put in all this, but maybe I used a cup of basil and I used a half a cup of the walnuts, and then put about a tablespoon or so of garlic, and I'm going to put about a tablespoon of butter, and let's go ahead and get this going a little bit. Then start adding some oil. Beautiful. And then we're going to add in some Parmesan cheese. I just grated up this Parmesan. Used about maybe a quarter cup. Fresh spoon, another taste. Basil, walnut, butter, olive oil, garlic, and Parmesan. That's our first pesto. For our second pesto, we are going to go with some spinach, and we're going to go with a potato, teaspoon or so of garlic. And we're going to go with pecans, about a quarter cup. maybe, or quarter to half cup. Let's go with some salt, good pinch of salt. Some crushed black pepper. I'm going to use a little bit of crushed red pepper, just a few flakes. Now for the oil, the Parmesan. All right, so now our second pesto is so unusual, but so delicious. We have our spinach, potato, and pecan and garlic. Look at that, beautiful. Now for our third pesto. All right, we're gonna go parsley. Got a couple of cups of parsley in there. Carrots, a couple of small carrots. And our anchovies. And we've got about, let's do 2 whole anchovies. Let's go with some olive oil. And then let's go with the cheese. Our third pesto. So let's go with a little butter in the pan. Let's get some pasta. Get some black pepper on the pasta. These are our bucatini. We're going to do 3 little nests. So now we're going to go with the first basil, the potato, carrot and anchovy. Get a little bit of Parmesan cheese on here. Drizzle up a little olive oil. And again, just a little bit of black pepper. Okay, I'm gonna taste it myself. Okay, first I'm gonna go for the basil and walnut. Basil and walnut first. Basil and walnuts. Wow, spicy, but this is your traditional pesto taste, except with the pine nuts, with the walnuts. Now I'm gonna go with the potato and pecan. Oh my gosh. Wow. The potato makes it so creamy. Oh. Oh my gosh. Then, in the end, the carrot and anchovy with parsley. Mmm. Mmm. Some tang. Oh, delicious. Oh my God, you gotta taste this, guys.